It was a good learning experience, at least. I don't think I've ever talked about how much of a crap show Daniel and Maggie was shooting it.
Kate's like, I didn't want to be here for the first.
Understandable. I don't either. Chase isn't with us this week because. Anyway,
it's a reboot.
rebooted him out of the series. Don't worry about it.
Oh god.
There was so much going on, and I was like trying to bring up all of the trauma just to get something out. And nothing, dude.
It was just like Daniel and Maggie.
Daniel and Maggie. I'm just thinking about Daniel and Maggie. All right. What's the worst first date? What is the plan? The worst first date.
The worst first date?
The worst first date.
Me first.
You're on the end of the couch.
Man, I don't know.
The worst first date?
Yeah, the first date. What's the worst first date? How many times are we?
I feel like there's a lot of. I feel like there's a lot of
I'm gonna need
alternatives.
you to say
for
that
this.
about 3 more times. Just
There's also more worst first dates.
Okay, hold on. I'll do that.
I like how I just sprung all of this on you guys and I didn't give you a warning at
Go ahead,
all.
Kate.
I'm trying to think.
Would one of the worst first dates be watching Jojo Rabbit?
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
You
Me and
wanna
Molly
tell
went
that
and
story?
There's not really. I mean, there's not too much of a story. Me and Molly, we went for our first movie date. We went and saw the German comedy, German Nazi.
German comedy?
Yeah, it's about Nazi Germany. That's why.
Well, okay.
What do you?
This is off the rails already. Guys, welcome back to the HPE show.
Oh, God.
I guess it's technically a reboot because we haven't done it in... Literally, we have not recorded a single podcast in over a year. So that's good. And lots have happened.
First one in this apartment.
First one in this apartment.
Yeah.
We only did 2 in the last apartment I spent an entire year of my life in. It's great. You'll love to see it. Because me and Chase just got busy. I think the only thing we've done since I moved out, legit, was just a re-edit of Daniel and Maggie. I think the first date I was still living at my parents' house.
Oh, word.
So like it was literally just a re-edit of Daniel and Maggie and the NPC. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
So
Wow.
Nothing.
Well, I feel like even for us, like, I mean, I went through a 6-month stretch of not even posting anything on my YouTube channel. So it was like,
which it's weird that kind of creative drought.
yeah.
And I realize now that while we're talking that we left the AC on. But it's fine. I'm very sorry, whoever's listening to this.
Can we go turn it off?
Maybe I should go ahead. No, it's fine.
Does
I'll
it pick it
take
up
care
that
of it.
much?
We'll fix it in post. It's fine.
It's the worst.
I don't know how you do that.
Also, I should probably say, welcome back to the HPE show. I'm your host, Joseph Gallion. Chase isn't with us this week because... Anyway.
It's a reboot.
Rebooted him out of the series. Don't worry about it.
Oh, God.
No. I'm joined this week with your boy Kyle Quitscribber and Cadence Quitscribber. Should I actually say your name? It's Quit Schreiber.
Quit Schreiber.
Of the band Wake the Shore, and one of them of the band Quit. It's not a band. It's fine.
No, we don't. Really
Or of Quit Laugh.
Kate's like, let's not talk about that.
Don't talk about that, please, God.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys just had a song just drop.
Yep.
Mhm.
And single
Okay.
just dropped.
How goes that? The friggin'
Good.
how is it actually performing? Genuinely,
We've actually never performed that song.
I meant like.
Oh, you saying
I mean,
in
like-
general?
Like how
How's it doing now? Cadence.
Oh,
Cadence.
Are you saying on like Spotify?
Like
and
now that
everything?
you've dropped the song.
Now that we've dropped the
No, no,
song,
no. Let me
how is
answer.
it
Holy
performing?
smokes, y'all. Well, analytics come out every like 24 hours,
Yeah.
and we just got our first analytics, and I think it's like close to 50 streams right now.
Really?
For one day, which isn't too bad. But that's like.
That means half our family
I don't
isn't
think it registers
watching.
all the streams. I don't think it registers all the streams right
Half our
away.
family hasn't listened to it yet.
So,
Pretty sure I was 25 of those listens. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
Kate was the other
we don't talk about that. But yeah, I think like 20 different countries or something like that. So,
Really?
20 different countries.
Wow,
yeah.
that's crazy.
That's sick.
Yeah.
How is that like
It's like
compared
one
to?
stream because I did like a boost post on
Yeah.
Instagram, and then we got some random
That-
people that
Yeah,
streamed it a couple
that'll
times
do. That'll
at
do
one
it.
time.
That'll do it. How does that compare to like Willow and About the Times?
I think that the Willow right now is like almost at 900 streams.
Wow.
Close to 1,000.
Which is pretty
And then
sick.
About the Times is I think close to 300 streams.
Really?
Yeah. Which makes sense because the initial release of like a song, typically the first one does
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
best
that's true.
because then you have to build your audience after that, and that's the hardest part that people don't realize is like building your audience after you've already created some content. It's a little difficult, but we're trying to figure it out.
Especially since first song released in 2019, the second song released in 2020, and now the third song released in 2021.
Yeah, one a year, baby.
I'm not saying that I'm
That's how
upset.
much
Okay.
time it takes for Kate and I to get our
Yeah.
juices flowing.
Well, and here
Oh
you
my
want to hear
gosh.
another
Entire
thing
year.
is that this song was like the chords and everything was actually
Yeah.
recorded about 7 months ago.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
sent it to me.
Yeah,
Dude,
so
I was sitting on the set of Hightown. Oh, that's another thing that I never mentioned. And I've been working on films. Hi. I completely forgot. The last time we recorded anything was in September, and I didn't get my actual first film job until November.
Oh, word?
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's for later.
Okay.
I was
That's
sitting
for another-
on, I think I was just chilling outside of the set in Hightown. You're just like, hey, bro, I sent you an instrumental. You should check it out. I like it. And I was like, I started listening to it, and I was like, oh, this is a groove.
Did you really record that like 7 months ago?
Yeah, no, yeah, the I haven't
Or at
re-
least
I
the-
re-
the
haven't
riff or whatever.
re-recorded any guitar stuff because it sounded really good. But we recorded all of our, obviously, because it was initially me singing everything, and then when Kyle and I got into the studio and started recording,
The studio?
yeah, the studio,
Yeah, your bedroom?
the studio.
Hey, you can't pick and
Hey,
choose.
yeah.
And if it,
Come
the
on.
studio
None of us-
works,
Gotta
it
fake it till you
works.
make it.
None of us are
If it
working.
fits,
in film.
it ships. Not all of us are working. Not all of us are having abusive work relationships.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, we just recorded because it was initially me singing everything,
Yeah.
and that's what Kyle wanted for the vocals, at least for the main part. But
Well-
go ahead.
No, yeah. I loved the song. Caden, like you said, he recorded much of it by himself, and you hadn't recorded the whole entire thing before. I came.
No, yeah, I didn't even have all the lyrics.
But I
so.
wanted to listen. I wanted to give my 2 cents. I think is what
Yeah.
is what I said. And then once we started working on it, actually, it's a lot. Kate and I just work better together when we're. Sometimes it's hard to see that when we're not
Yeah,
together.
absolutely. And I'm constantly making video and music stuff all the
Mhm.
time, and I like to say I put them on the back burner, but they're really just not anything. Like they're just like something for me to
Creative.
make. Yeah, and that's what A Quiet Place was, or A Quiet Place. And I think it was labeled something different, but it was just one of those things that I just made, and I was testing out to see how to do the guitar stuff in there, and testing with sounds, and it ended up sounding really good, and I think it came out really good. What do you think? Kyle?
Rock on.
Do you think it turned out pretty well?
Yeah, once I came here, and then Cade wanted to sing majority of it, and I was fine with that. I was totally fine. I was just like, I could just do background vocals. That's fine.
It's fine.
But then
it's
when
cool.
I-
It's whatever.
Yeah.
We ended up singing, and I ended up test singing for some of the
Yeah.
parts because Cade wrote 75% or 80% of the song,
Yeah.
and we kind of rewrote together
Yeah.
some of the things that didn't quite work out or whatever.
Yeah.
But I sang some of the majority, and Cade was like, "You just
Well,
you sing it, I'll do the background."
yeah, recording. I don't think people realize sometimes recording music on like through a microphone is really tough.
Yeah.
It really is, and I don't think people realize that quite. And I was like, I started it, and after the fourth take, I was like, Kyle, why don't you see? And then he sang it, and I was like,
okay,
yeah,
so-
we're gonna go with that take
So
right
Cade
there.
So Cade texted me after I was like, he goes, "Hey, I'm gonna release a song," and I go, "Okay, just you?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's just me." And I was like, "Can I just at least go help? Can I at least go help with it?" Because he wanted it to. I think in the beginning it was just your single.
Yeah.
He wanted,
Mm-hmm.
because like I said, he wrote
Yeah.
85% of it, and then when we came down, it's hard. It's hard to when you have little equipment.
Yeah.
not as big
It-
budget stuff. so-
Like we were saying, we don't have like a studio, so it was like it was just, it's just my room. We made do, and it sounds cool, and we kind of put a little echo in there. We put a little little extra stuff in there to make it sound pretty and stuff. But I think it turned out well to what we have, and I'm really proud of it, and I think people really like it, and I'm definitely really proud of this project.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not mad about what we made.
Yeah, as an outsider of like on the inside looking in, or on the outside look. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I like the song.
Right.
I think it might be one of my favorites that you guys have done, and like out of the three, I think it might be probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Like I love the other two a lot, but there's something about it that I like.
Right.
It may also just be because it's long. Like it's nearly 4 minutes long, and I like long songs.
Well, yeah,
About
absolutely.
the Times has like a 45-second.
Yeah. Oh my
little
lord.
break with just the same chord over.
Well, yeah.
Just to get it to that.
Yeah.
How long is About the Times?
I think it's like 3:20.
But I think we're only singing for like a minute.
Yeah, we don't
only
sing
singing for like a minute.
We don't really
45
sing that
seconds of
much.
that song.
Well, see, and that song is like it works really well. Like that's what's super interesting about every single one of the songs that you guys have released is that it fits the mood of like the lyrics, which is really cool.
Yeah.
'Cause
Right.
Not, sometimes artists will intentionally do the complete opposite, or sometimes they just not good enough to,
Right.
to
Right.
like
Yeah.
have music fit what they're saying.
Right.
But like Willow has a really like
the mood of it.
it's like
It's oaky.
it's a little
It's super
oaky.
oaky.
get off the podcast, you're fired. Oh no, and I will admit, like it is cool to see you guys. Let me actually keep the microphone at my face.
Yeah.
It's cool to see y'all's like creative process as well, because you guys work extremely well together, and I guess I imagine a lot of that comes from you guys being brothers. But
Right.
Yeah.
because I mean, if you didn't work
I
together
think-
growing up, your mom would beat
I
you.
think
But
I think a lot
Yes.
of our stuff right now works better, and I think it's really important to be patient, because when we were doing videos, because we've been doing videos since 2013, 2014, my bad.
Which is crazy. It's been that long.
Yeah, I know, 7 years. It's been almost 7 years. Since
Goodness
we've been doing that.
gracious,
Isn't that crazy? But I mean, I remember rushing projects and stuff like that, and diving deeper into the musical career that we have. It's been really cool just to be like, okay, this doesn't need to be done right now, or like this can be better. You know what I mean? I think it's always important just to have an open mindset.
I know it's been long between each release, but like between our work life and trying to figure out our life itself,
Yeah.
and also trying to really, I mean, we want to write good songs, like Kate said.
Yeah.
You don't
We
just
don't
want to
wanna
put
rush
out
it.
trash music just because you're just trying to
Right, because we're trying to please
put music
people.
out there.
yeah, and put out content.
And
for
we-
people
you
to-
want stuff that's unique to like what we do as a band anyway, or as a musical
Right.
group or whatever.
Our style really isn't that popular right now. Like it's really not.
It's a bit of more
It's
niche.
It's an uprising,
Yeah. I would say
Genre?
it's more of a niche.
but it's not. It's really not that popular, and we're still working on like trying to. We have no idea how we're gonna produce stuff later. Like we want to get when we get in a studio. I don't have no idea. Studio. I don't know why I said it like that. When we get in a studio. We get a studio, like I'm not sure how we're doing like drums. Like Kyle does a drum and he plays piano, and we want to incorporate that.
Yeah.
But right now we're just trying to figure out what we have and
Yeah,
kind of
what
bring
we-
it all
what we
together
can do.
slowly but
Yeah.
surely. But
Yeah, and it's weird because also like I just see you out here whenever I come home. Me and
Yeah.
Kate live together, by the way.
Yeah.
I just figured I might need to preface that.
Just as like whenever I come home.
He's just
Kate's
in my
always
house
there.
sometimes. It's weird. There's a smashed window, and anyway, like I
Okay.
see you just like usually just with a random instrument.
uh-huh.
And it always sounds like you have a finished song just because you've been sitting long
Yeah.
enough to
Yeah.
like have a melody in your head. And I
Yeah.
saw like an interview with John Fogerty. Also, I found John Fogerty on TikTok. The guy who the
I don't know who that
CCR
is.
Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Yes, I didn't realize
You
that was the name.
uncultured swine.
We were listening to CCR in the car on the way here.
Dude, I love CCR so much.
They're actually it is
it's
so
great.
good.
But I saw an interview with him, and it was just him talking about like how he wrote songs, and he's like having a good guitar lick was always like if he found that, then he knew he had a song.
Yeah.
Right.
Which I was like,
Cade's good
that's
at-
really
yeah.
cool. And like every single one of the songs have had like a strong kind of like distinct sound to it.
Yeah.
All the ones that you guys have released, and even the
Yeah,
ones
that's
that
all.
I've not heard.
Well, I would
Or
say
it's not
this
been
guy.
released that I have heard is what I'm going to say.
I would say it's been really difficult because recording live music, a lot of people do loops and
Yeah.
stuff like that,
Yeah.
and that's something I really would like to get into, but I really haven't. I mean, I did a little bit on this song, but looping is I like to play music.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been struggling with, is because I really like to play live music, and I don't want to sit there and play a 2-second lick
Play
and
something
then
and
just
loop
drag it over. Like
Yeah.
I like it's easy, that's easy, no big deal. But like I'm not like that doesn't sound cool to me.
Yeah,
You know what I
I
mean?
think what he's trying to say is he wants us to sound unique
Yeah.
Mm.
throughout the entire song.
Yeah.
So instead of just replaying the same thing, the whatever.
Yeah. And so we're still learning, and I'm not sure what we're gonna look like in 3 years, but we're still doing stuff, and we'd like to have at least a package of songs, of our songs, that we could play places and have like
Yeah, and
actual
there's-
links to
You,
shore.
you mean like an album?
Yeah. You wonder what
What
that's
is it?
You wanna
called.
say something
Yeah,
about
I
it?
don't know what an album is.
Come on, dude, make it. Do it, please. God, I
No,
need it.
Well, I mean, there's quite a few songs, and Cade's sent me stuff, and he's the creative mind behind a lot.
Yeah.
I remember. I think it's because sometimes I'm emotionally just like not. No. This is no, just no. This is
Emotional.
serious.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying like. To just put all your emotions out there when, as far as you're
Yeah.
writing music,
Yeah,
sometimes it's
yeah.
hard for me to necessarily do that, and Cade does it so well. So I remember, this was probably 6 months ago,
Mm.
or longer than that. Actually, it might have been a year ago. Cade wrote something or wrote some music.
Yeah, well, we
He
both had
was-
chords,
Yeah.
and then we.
And yeah, I was like, okay, we'll both try to write some lyrics that we think. And man, it took me so long to write.
Yeah.
It was not that much. Okay. And when I got back with Cade, Cade humored me and listened to what I had to. I was like, yeah. I was thinking maybe like this. And then Cade goes, okay, well, this is what I was. Cade goes, this is what I was thinking. And then he sang almost an entire song. And it was so good. And I think I cursed when I said I was
I
like,
think he was like.
I was like, I was like, I was so
oh,
annoyed.
I do
'cause
remember that. I do
yeah.
remember that. Yeah.
That's not even released. That wasn't even released.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So we've definitely got some things on the horizon.
Yeah.
I've
things
heard
we
a
wanted
few
to-
of
Well,
those
I don't
things
know
that
how
you
to
guys have.
I don't know how to explain it though, because like I was saying, like back burner, like I don't know. A lot of those songs they're just so random.
Well, it's not.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if I'd say the backburner. I just think that like there's a time and a place for something
Yeah.
to be released.
Absolutely.
And Kate and I have either have felt that it's not that time for it to be released, or it's just not ready, or it needs a
Or
little
we're
something
or we're
more.
just not ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes we're just not ready.
And that's a really
So-
frustrating feeling.
Oh yeah.
Like, just the idea of having something that you're excited about, maybe you're passionate about something you created, and you're just like, it just doesn't come together how you want it to.
Yeah.
And it like takes
Absolutely.
time to get it to where it's a place that
Yeah.
you're happy and proud of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a tough rut to get out of for sure.
And that's a main reason why we haven't made many shorts lately. I mean, a lot of it comes from like nobody having time.
Right.
It's a
Yeah.
weird time in everybody's life, especially like, I mean, we're still in a pandemic that we've been in for almost 2 years
Yeah.
now.
Right.
And everyone wants, especially like with a lot of like the crew, wants to just make our own things. Like
Yeah.
when it comes to like our shorts, and why I'm really happy with reconnecting. I'm finishing it. By the way, did I tell you it's coming out Friday?
Is it coming?
Oh, I
out?
didn't know that.
Actually,
I
it'll
didn't
be
know that.
out when people see this.
Oh,
Surprise!
sweet.
When
Yeah,
does this come
so-
out? Saturday?
Sunday.
Sunday. Okay.
This will be released on Sunday, probably.
Reconnect.
Tomorrow?
Oh, it's out. It's a live stream. No, but like that was what was so nice about it, because it was also a really weird short, because we hadn't done anything
Yeah.
quite that serious,
Mm.
and that was certainly weird for me, at least, just because also it was like the first time I ever tried to act,
Hey, no, you
On-
great, bro.
especially on HPE. Like, I've never done that before, except for like we made this dumb video back in 2017, like after my high school graduation, where we just went to the woods and pretended it was like Blair Witch, and we just improv the whole thing. And it turned out all right. Like, looking back at it now, I cringe at it because it's like...
Right.
Yeah,
but, like, I feel like everybody does that. I mean,
Everyone
I cringe at
has
Daniel
those
and Maggie.
moments.
And that was only a year ago. So...
That was more than a year ago.
Well, yeah. No, okay.
Even-
No. We shot it in the beginning of 2020. Shot it in February of 2020.
Okay.
And then the first cut was released in April, and then the second cut was
Yeah,
released
so
the
it's
last
been
day
a
of
while.
2020
I see.
on New
It's
Year's Eve.
October right now.
Yeah, so it's almost a full year since the director's cut of Daniel and Maggie
Oh,
Crazy.
okay.
was released. Yeah,
That was good for sure. I
yeah,
like that.
which it feels crazy to think
No,
about.
yeah, that's.
What did you say?
Nothing.
You better not have been insulting Chris. Chris, if you're watching, I love you. Anyway,
I didn't insult Chris. It's okay. I just said it was good. That was it.
you said what?
I just said it was good. That was it.
Okay.
It was good.
I was like, I couldn't
It
even.
was good, Joseph.
All I heard you on. I was like, what the crap are you saying?
No, it was good.
Because like last year, shot Daniel and Maggie in the first date, and that was it. And I was like, it felt so. Well, no, okay. We also shot Tides with Levi and you,
Yeah.
Cade. Oh,
Again?
you good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Cade just left. We're fine. How you doing? Okay. Well,
I
Now
keep
we can
forgetting that
see
both
it.
cameras are the
Now we
same.
can see.
oh, you
if,
love to see it. You love to see it.
I mean, mine's better.
But yeah, no, that was. Tides was really
This
fun.
is better.
Tides was fun, bro. That one was actually super fun.
I missed. See, and that was what was so
That one,
fun
I-
about that one. Kyle, I wish you were on that because I think that it was just a really
Invited.
good memory. Oh,
I like how it got silent right after that. That was a fun one.
okay, Kyle, I'm sorry.
That was a really good one.
No, dude, like genuinely, I'm glad you're a part of the group now, especially now that we're like moving forward with a bunch of different
Yeah.
exciting things and hopefully shooting 2 more shorts before the end of the year. It's a tall order, but we'll
Ooh.
find out.
Wow.
I don't know if we're going to finish the last short film. It's been one that I've been talking about for a long time, but I don't know if we're actually going to finish it this year, but we're at least going to start it. And I know we're going to shoot Row Goes On Forever on the 13th of November. Whether or not it gets finished by the end of the year or if we show it, because I know we're going to send it to a bunch of
Short film?
festivals, yeah.
Nice,
Because
nice.
there's a lot in it, and I won't spoil it here for people who will actually watch it. If you're listening to this podcast, I imagine you're going to watch a short film. But like, well, maybe.
Well, Mom. No.
Well, yeah, they don't
Sorry,
watch my
Mom.
stuff.
They don't watch my stuff.
They don't listen to the podcast. I know that. They're like, oh wow, oh my God, Joe, you have such a great voice for radio. I'm not gonna listen to any other podcast now that you've done one in 2016. Oh goodness
Guys.
gracious, dude. But like I'm really excited for what we have going because like Tides, it was a breath of fresh air after Daniel and Maggie.
Yeah.
Because that shoot was so stressful. Cade knows because he was there.
Which one?
Stressful.
Daniel Maggie.
Stressful shoot.
Yeah.
Kid.
Daniel Maggie was. That's some long
I think I
days.
was.
Yeah.
I think I was invited. No, was I invited to that or no?
Daniel, I think you were invited, and then you just
I
couldn't
think I was
make
invited to come out.
Really?
it. Yeah.
I think I was
think
invited to
we-
at least look
because
at
I
it or
barely
something.
knew Joe.
Maybe.
I barely knew Joe.
Trying to think.
I feel like that's probably why he was invited because you barely knew me.
Yeah.
Like I
probably.
think that night.
Oh,
yeah.
I did invite you.
Like, yeah,
I said
don't-
you
like,
should come.
I was gonna say,
but I
yeah,
didn't know.
you kept saying I should come and just
Yeah.
at least sit there and watch, but
and sit there and twiddle your thumbs.
Dude, you would not
Just-
have been to twiddling your thumbs, by the way. There was so much going on.
No, we would have asked you to get involved because everything was falling apart every 5 seconds.
well,
Which
That was a
was
tough one.
it was a good learning experience at least. I don't think I've ever talked about how much of a crap show Daniel and Maggie was shooting it. It was rough.
well, it's hard. It's hard when you're tight for time and
Well,
Yeah.
I think it's also hard when you're dealing with so many people.
Yeah,
Like,
and there was a lot of like the expression "too many cooks" was very much
Yeah.
prevalent for that
Yeah.
for that short because I mean we had a lot of people wearing different hats and then people who weren't experienced. Like it was the first time I really directed a big set,
Right.
and I feel like the first time I really got to direct because of how Daniel, Maggie, and Win. I feel
Tides? Is that
yeah,
okay,
absolutely. I feel like the first time I really got to direct, and it was like because Cade and Levi would stop and be like, is this something that you like?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, people who actually listen. That's not a dig against Chase. He's a great actor. I realize that I said a lot of those sounds. But like the set, only a few people in Daniel and Maggie, and it's nothing against the other people who.
Joseph is like, and these people. No.
And these people, let me name their name. Chase. No. Just gonna dog on him while he's not here, and he probably won't listen to this either.
It's all good.
Chase, I'm sorry, I love you. But like, yeah, no, there was a good few like people who were just doing their thing on Daniel and Maggie, and there were a lot of things that I wish we could go back if we just would have had a conversation about a lot of things. I feel like a lot of stuff would have turned out a lot better. Like even just like some of like the edits, in the director's cut, a lot of the edits I made were fake. Like there was a lot of stuff where people were looking around. Like there's a Tanner, Chase's character, his reaction to Maggie coming out of the cabin, I completely faked because that was him looking at me as I was giving a direction in that scene. I just sped it up to make it look like he was looking over because we didn't have reaction shots.
Yeah, it just feels more in the void.
There was a shot in the cabin in the first sequence. I hate it so much because it was so like wide. But I needed a reaction shot of Kate, something to cut to, so I'm not just staying on Chase the entire time. Mm-hmm. So it's a wider shot than what I would have wanted. But like as like we grow as creatives, now in hindsight I can see that because we didn't know while we were on set that we were going to want something like that. But now we know.
And then when you're on set, it's so stressful, especially when nobody's. I mean, when you're on like a free set or something, you know what I mean? When nobody's paid, so then you feel like you're taking everybody's time into your as a burden on yourself as well.
And I was lucky enough to have some people who were actually really passionate about doing stuff, and I will 100% be the first person to admit that I am so blessed to have like really talented people that actually want to get behind the garbage I write. Like,
well, I mean, but still, in the back of your mind, it's always a thought. Too.
Always,
like,
dude. It's especially on reconnecting a little bit. I was like getting a little stressed out because we were there longer than I really expected us to be.
For a while.
Yeah,
we were there for like 4 hours.
Yeah, it was a while.
It was just to do that shoot, and I was expecting it to be really quick, but like we got more.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, I was just saying there's a video about it. That's all
there
I'm
is
saying.
a video. Yeah, you watch the video.
There's a plug.
Hey, plug it in. The Quit Laughing show.
Quit Laughing.
Yeah, you made a vlog about it, which was really cool.
It was actually pretty neat.
Yeah.
And you can tell. There's a bit right at the end after we finished filming where you're talking to me, and looking back at it now, I can tell I was a little frazzled after the end of the shoot because that was also after me having to try to make myself cry. And that was so hard.
Yeah.
Normally it's not. Like I've done it during like whenever we did the 12 Incompetent Jurors play. Yeah. And that was a comedy. I would have thought that would be the really hard time to cry, but I was able to do it.
Yeah.
But then, like, I think whenever it was just literally everyone waiting on me to do that.
Well, and there's people walking around downtown, too, and there's cars going by. There's just a lot of noise, and there
was so much going on, and I was, like, trying to bring up all of the trauma just to get something out. And nothing, dude.
Joseph was just like, Daniel and Maggie.
Well, Daniel and Maggie. I'm just thinking about Daniel and Maggie. Oh, my gosh.
Kyle and I, we used to... shoot like those little short films of like serious stuff.
The burglary or serious
we
stuff.
Used to do serious stuff all the time.
There was some serious stuff. It never turned out, but
I mean, like because we really enjoyed like shooters like Jason Bourne and all that, like 007, and so we always had an open mindset of being like doing comedy and doing the other stuff.
Yeah.
And we actually have a channel called Quit. It's called Quit. Is it called Quitvids? I was just gonna say it is called Quitvids. I can't believe
this man forgot.
I know. I was like,
snatched
no,
channel that he named.
Quit. It's called Quitvids.
I would not recommend going there. What needs to happen is
we have a
now that
reaction
Kate and
video.
I are sound in minds, and are older than our teenage selves, and can actually write something that's
older than their
okay.
teenage selves. Because
I'm almost.
You're getting close. A few weeks.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, so when did we start Quit Laughing? 2014, you said.
Yeah.
So what? You were 13?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So older than 13. And so if that just is any,
Yeah.
the videos are not that great.
We'll
The
just go
channel needs to be
there.
purged.
We should do some.
Videos need to be archived, and we need to put some.
I
different
feel
things
that.
in there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of videos that actually
I
got
just-
deleted
yeah.
on HPE. Like a lot of our original podcasts, we started with a show called Lights Camera Comics,
Really?
which was a pretty good name. I'm
Yeah.
not to pat myself on the back.
I think
but,
I've been through there and I.
Yeah, I
looked
think
at a
I
couple of
just
the old
recently
ones.
just.
a lot of it was
surfed
just
through it,
old
too.
news about comic book movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Which was, I mean, something that I loved and something that me and Chase loved at the time. Like there were, we listened to a lot of podcasts at the time that were about that, so we were like, let's do that. You know, we were listening to shows like Weekly Planet and Nerd Sync and stuff like that, where we were really enjoying these guys talking about the news and then make jokes and stuff like that. And eventually it just evolved into us being like, let's just talk and have a
Right.
good time and just not always have to do the news.
Yeah.
And as much as we enjoyed doing that, eventually we just stopped doing Lights Camera Comics.
Yeah.
There was no like official, hey, this is the last episode. It was just like we just stopped doing it.
I think it's really important to let loose when you do stuff like this, because I think the most of the time the truth comes out. And like
Mhm.
Kyle and I sitting here, I was a little like in the beginning, because this is a little different setup than what I typically do for
Certainly.
He's
talking.
like, I didn't want to be
talking
here
for
the
so
first-
long.
Understandable. I don't either.
Like talking for a long time is different for me, because like I don't know, talking for a long time it's harder for me.
It's rough.
But like even just chilling here and just
It's like
talking
on a
and
song
kind of
like
just
Gene,
realizing.
it's like, sit on the couch for 15 minutes.
Oh,
Well, just like realizing like we're just a group of guys just talking and
yeah.
just
guys being dudes.
just guys being dudes, and we all have the same kind of creative goals, and it kind of
You trying to
eases
put out an album?
it eases my mind just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Well, it's weird. It's like hearing you guys talk about the whole reason of not just putting stuff out just to put stuff
Yeah.
out.
exactly.
I think that's a huge problem with like a lot of art right now. Whatever it is.
I'm telling you, the Instagram sponsored posts
Yeah.
are crazy right now.
They're like, especially for small artists,
Mm-hmm.
people are just pumping out these stuff, and it's like these little
What's
videos that they
happening
film
now?
on their phone.
And you're just like, it's not there's like there's no meat. You know what I mean? It's not polished. There's just nothing. It's just like they know how to play guitar. You're like, okay, you really have to figure out what separates you from everyone else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially
and that's a big
in
deal.
like this generation of like TikTok where
Yeah.
people are blowing up
Ooh,
for
let's
one
dog on
Okay.
TikTok. I think that's a good
Allow me
idea.
to do this real quick, okay? Because like there was this. All right, and this chick got a lot of hate, so I'm not going to say names or anything like that. But there was this
We'll
one
call
video.
her Joe.
That escalated incredibly fast. There was this chick on TikTok who was talking, and it starts this video, and she's like, "My life effing sucks," and it's whatever. She's like, "I tried to put together this song, and turns out my best friend, who I loved, was talking about me behind my back." This whole like, and then it's like, let's prove her wrong by blowing this song the
Oh
F
my
up. And I was like,
gosh.
ma'am. Like, and then she goes, but until then, my life F. And then it loops again. And I was like, it just goes like that. And I was like, first of all, good job for making a flashy video. Secondly, what the crap?
Yeah, seriously,
And then
yeah.
she, like, doubled down. Where people made fun of it. And then people made fun of this video. And then she comes back and she goes, guys, I effed up. And then it's like,
my
I'm like,
God.
here we go. And she's like, yeah, instead of whatever, like trying to do whatever on the creative, I got upset because my friend who I like, I'm like, man.
Okay, so that's a major issue right now, because
It's manipulative.
people love
Yeah.
annoying. They hate annoying, but
Mhm.
they'll watch it anyways.
Yeah,
because they
buddy.
think it's hilarious and they think it's entertaining. And the people that actually are caring about what they're doing
Get buried.
are being buried exactly through.
So,
Because there's so much
if you think
content.
that I write better songs than Kate, right
Blow
now,
this
Blow this
video
Exactly.
But for right now, his life.
yeah, right now.
Oh no. Man. Oh, friggin'. But like, I remember seeing that, and then, yeah, a lot of people made fun of it. Like, I mean, that's just a big thing on
But then
TikTok to
the
do
people that
weddings
watch
and stuff
it
like
make fun
that.
of it, so they're still watching
Yeah,
it. so
and then it keeps the cycle going, and it blows.
Sorry.
I just had to check because that thing is flashing up there. I was trying to see how much. I think I got like 18 minutes left or something like that.
18 minutes, you said?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, we'll freaking wrap up because we've been going for almost 40 minutes anyway.
Yeah, I was
which doesn't feel that way, but
Yeah, but
that's the dude. It always feels like that. Once you get going in a conversation, it just time disappears. But well, actually, no, that kind of wrapped up what I was saying anyway about the way that TikTok works. But all right, tell you what, we'll get into the segments here. All right, so we're gonna end the show with 2 new segments. This is new. First one is the tried and true, take it or leave it, where we talk about one thing from the week that we liked and one thing we didn't like that we're leaving behind us. It's going to be great.
all right.
And then we'll get to the last one later. I'll start since you guys are guests.
Mm-hmm.
So, good things, bad things from the week. One thing that I'm really thankful for, what I'm taking, is new friendships, to be honest, because I'm 3 weeks into this new show that I'm working on, and it has been a stressful one because of not just who I work for, because my boss is a lot to deal with, but also because it's a rough production in general right now. There's a lot of outside forces that have caused the shoot to get pretty out of hand, especially even with the rise of the talk of the strike and everything, which whenever this comes out, I guess we'll find out what's going on. And that's a topic for another day, is the strike in general for film. But I've come across some really amazing people on this show. And that's the one thing, all 3 of the shows that I've been mainly on, because technically I've been on 4 because I did a day on Black Phone, but I was on 3 different 2 series in a movie for the majority of the time they were running. Each one have been pretty rough. I'm just gonna be honest. Out of the ones that I've been on, just because of not just production, but also just some of the quality of the shows that I've been on. I won't name specific names, but if you look at my IMDb page,
So wait, that's your leave it is
And a little bit of a plug.
Well, hey, there you go. My take is just these good people that I've met.
Right.
I already have.
Joseph's take it. Transform
it literally transformed. I was trying to figure out where that was, bro.
Don't worry.
Joseph's take it was
I weave a web with storytelling. I'm such a good storyteller. No, my take it is these great people that I met on this set, even though it's been so stressful and whatever. Every single show I have been on, I have met incredible people that I continue to work with that are just good friends in general. And the leave it is the stress of the show. It's ridiculous, the 60-hour weeks and everything. And also just everyone you work with, there's always going to be that one person you work with in a show that's wow, you're the worst. And I've officially met that person, and it sucks. And a lot of people are quitting the show because of it, and it sucks, but it's just one of those things that you can't let bother you. So Kyle goes next because we're going in order.
All right.
So what's your take it?
My take it is probably I work with my pops. I work with my dad, and so most of the time that's not usually my take it. But
He's being real. He's being real.
Yeah. But I mean, it's fine, and I like working with him. But this week, we got done with somebody's house, and the guy came down, and he was talking about how his son had just died. His only son had just died. Goodness. And how much of a blessing, how much of a blessing it was that even though it is hard sometimes working with your dad, how much of a blessing it is also.
Right.
And so, and I am blessed to work with my dad, and that's not going to be forever, but for right now, I'm just it is a blessing. So that's all I'm going to take.
That's really freaking good, man.
From this week. And as far as leave it goes, I don't know if anything really happened to me
Fair.
this week that was super.
You just don't have
Did y'all have a short week with work? Y'all didn't work Friday.
No, because we ended up getting the job done. I think I'm not sure.
So no leave it this week.
I don't think I had to leave it this week. I think everything was pretty good.
Dang.
Nothing frustrating.
pretty
No
chilling,
bad habits you're ditching.
Dang.
No
No,
bad
not too much,
movies you
nothing.
watched.
Bad. Oh, hold on. No.
Uh-oh.
I don't even think I'm trying to think.
That's
I
all
don't
right.
know
You
if
can
I'm
keep
badly,
just
but-
the
Dude,
just the take it.
I'm a
dude.
big
That is
fan of the
good week.
positivity. Let's
Alright,
go.
go
That is a good week. My take it is definitely our song being released
That's a solid.
yesterday. Because it was just due for so long,
Yeah.
and it was just like once it happened, I was like, it just. Actually, once it happened, I wrote a song. I wrote a song that night.
Cade wrote a song.
Yeah, I
about
was like,
releasing the
I'm
song.
ready, dude. I'm ready for another song.
Well, it's time for a performance.
I
Let's
was
hit that
so
guitar.
nice.
Cade's got Quiet Place in the background.
Yeah.
Strumming to it.
Hey, all I'm saying is it was kind of like that. I won't lie. But leave it. I had a little mishap with my car.
Yeah, buddy.
That's definitely something
Uh-huh.
I didn't enjoy.
Cade's like, I
I
didn't
wouldn't
love
be a
that.
fan of it either.
Yeah, it was a little bit of accident with the old Jeep, but
The
other
old
than that,
cranking.
like nothing crazy. I had a lot of my week off, and I played basketball every day. It was a good week.
Heck yeah, dog.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. It was cool. Yeah, it was cool. Yeah.
All right, so I don't have a good, fun, cool, whatever name for it yet for the recommendations, but that's the new segment. It's where we just
Recommendations.
recommend something to somebody,
All right.
some piece of art that you like, because we're creatives that support creatives. My guy, not that anyone actually listens to this podcast, but anyway,
They do.
maybe they will now that I got a famous band on here. One thing I think I'll recommend this week. There's something I'm working on. I'm working on a short that's based on
Well, you're recommending
old
your
radio.
own short?
You darn- If you would like to subscribe to Heroic Power,
It was like, the one thing I recommend is this podcast.
I 100% recommend. No, I'm writing a short based on an old audio drama because it was super, super great. So if
Yeah.
and it's in the public domain, so you can find it on YouTube.
Is it the one that you had talked with me about? or
Probably.
different? Yeah, okay.
The Hitchhiker?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So if you look up The Hitchhiker with Orson Welles on YouTube, you'll find it. It's only like 20 minutes long. It's super short, but it is super great. It's a nice, suspenseful thriller of a story, and it's not like violent or ugly in any
Yeah,
way,
we
but
don't need to
it
thrill
it captures that sense of suspense, which is what the segment was titled after. So I'd recommend that. Just look up Orson Welles,
My battery's
The
getting ready to
Hitchhiker. It's
die.
great. Sorry?
My battery's getting ready to die. We good though.
Do your recommendations.
Okay. Recommendations.
I love that song. Is that the one you wrote? Riley?
Yes. It could be anything.
Yeah, okay, just
Yeah.
recommend some of the,
Recommend some art,
recommend
fella.
some stuff for the both of us. Some of the artists
Something.
that
Maybe we have
oh,
it.
Hey, I gotta pay my dues to some of the artists I've been listening to right now.
Yeah.
Some of
Do it.
I'm gonna do a
it.
couple. Is that all right?
Go ahead,
Um,
fella. Go
do it for
ahead.
both of us.
Lucky Uno. I'm gonna talk about him for a second. He's cool. He just actually went and performed down here for a little bit. I think he's from Charlotte or Raleigh, one of those.
Rock on.
I went and saw him. He's really cool. Y'all should if y'all like some like fast rap and some cultural music. He's super cool.
Who didn't shut off their phone?
That was me. That was my bad. I'm trying to think of someone else.
Some of the folk artists that
He was the one that has super prevalent right now, just because he came here, and I was like,
Yeah.
this is so cool. But I'm trying to think of anybody else. Can you think of anybody else that we've been listening to?
specifically, I don't know.
I wish I could. I almost want to grab my phone and see.
One that you share all the time on your story is like "We Brought the Rain" or whatever.
We Brought the Rain. Yeah, they're cool.
Listen to
They're from
the
here.
songs. They're pretty sick.
Yeah.
They're from here. I think they live in like Oregon now or something.
Oregon.
Um,
You know, if you were Oregon and I was
I was
Virginia,
Yeah, Riverside. The Riverside.
it's
That
a
is
great
one,
band,
bro.
dude. I put.
Do you have
the
a
first
specific one, Kyle?
trailer for Daniel and Maggie had "Elder Tree" by the Riverside.
Really?
Yeah, and I didn't get copyright struck for it. I was surprised.
They're so small.
Very surprised.
Kyle, but do you have a specific one or pretty much the same?
Yeah,
Just
pretty much the
artists. We've
same,
been
yeah,
listening to a lot of the same artists.
I just say that I know sometimes it's hard to get out of your comfort zone, as far as music goes, but that's how people like Cade and I, or even like local bands or stuff, that's how they get recognition. And so that's what I would just say. I'd recommend just going out there and listening to some new things.
Rock on, fella.
Yeah.
So
Word. Well, all right. Thank you, everybody, for listening to the newest episode of the HPE show. It was nice to actually finally be back after a year.
I know.
We've been
Hopefully
talking about
we-
doing this for so long.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Really excited for what we have next, and it's just nice to be creating and just talking. And whether or not anybody even listens to this was just a nice experience. So if you did like it, you can find it on just about anything. You can
Right.
find our podcast, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, not music. This isn't music. YouTube. We
Instagram
moved
and
off
Google
of
Plus.
SoundCloud. We're on Google.
Remember, we were gonna do a next segment. We were gonna do like make up a song on the spot. Remember that? We
I
gotta do that
forgot
one
you
of these
wanted to
times.
do that.
Not this time, but we can do it.
We
another time.
will
Yeah, we'll do that.
do
We'll
it
do that
another
soon.
Oh goodness, but anyway, it's nice to be back, guys. If you enjoyed, you can follow us on Heroic Power ENT on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Sort of. I mean, we're not really on Twitter. I'll be honest. You can follow me at Captain JSSG on, TikTok, Twitter, and then Joseph.ss.galleon. Oh, that one's. Oh no, they're all done. Oh, whatever. Forget it. It doesn't matter. We're wrapping it up anyway.
Do a black screen
we'll
at
do the rest
end.
black
Yeah, the rest is fine. I have a thing that goes.
Yeah.
You can follow me on Instagram at
That was
joseph.ssgalleon. Guys, talk about your socials.
Yeah. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook at Wake the Shore. We're on YouTube. We just did a new lyric video. Joseph just actually made one for us. It's really cool. Yeah, Wake the Shore. That's pretty much it. We're pretty. We don't have all
Fair
the
enough.
weird
We're
ones.
not
like
going to
you
talk
do.
about your
All the
personal
weird ones like
accounts.
those.
Yeah, I mean,
Personal accounts.
nah, I mean, just follow Wake the Shore, bro. I mean, you can follow.
Yeah, just follow Wake the
Yeah.
Shore. I think
Fair enough.
I think if you do follow Wake the Shore on Instagram, that our personal accounts are linked
Yeah.
to that. So
And if you go there, you can find our, music in our bio, and you'll be able to find our new places we might be playing at locally downtown in Wilmington, and possibly other places.
and it's
So-
Wake the Shore, one word for Instagram,
Yep.
and then separate words for Spotify. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bingo.
Word.
Spotify, go check it out.
Well, fellas, I don't know about you, but I wish that Adam and Eve would have paid more attention to the Apple terms and conditions. Come on, laugh, please. God, I just want you to laugh at it. It just-
Why at the end did you have?
Oh gosh.